Now, just something I want to quickly pick up on today. The Prime Minister got caught out, by his own words. Now, we talked here last night about the former Liberal staffer who says she was raped 2 years ago when she was drunk by another former Liberal staffer, then quickly dismissed, and she was raped, in fact, she says, in the office of a minister, Linda Reynolds. Now, she did not make a formal complaint to police at the time, and that was her choice, which I think is a point that a lot of people are probably missing here a bit. I think it was the wrong choice. It was her choice, and I think it's the wrong choice, and I suspect she now regrets it. She says, to lay charges now, or ask for charges to be laid. And she, in the meantime, is blaming other people for that initial decision, accusing Liberals, including Linda Reynolds herself, of making her feel that she'd better not make a fuss. Now, if true, that's terrible, but as yet I've seen no hard evidence of what specifically they said that made her feel that. So I don't yet know if that's a fair criticism. But that's the allegation, and there is certainly no doubting her distress. Now, I'd have thought that if a woman did come to you claiming she'd be raped, you'd immediately know that this, if true, was shocking. You'd know immediately that there had to be action, investigation. This is not something you could put under the carpet. So I thought the Prime Minister's spin this morning didn't quite help in making that point, when he suggested a man might actually need a daughter to understand this properly.
Jenny and I spoke last night, and she said to me, you have to think about this as a father first. What would you want to happen if it were our girls?
Okay, well, look, Morrison does say that, after that talk with his wife, he gets it, so I give him that. But I would have thought any man should get that. Daughter or no daughter, wife talk or not. The question now is, though, was the news of this alleged rape, supposedly in the office of one of his own ministers, in the same building, then kept from him for 2 years? Because Morrison says the first he knew of this rape was just this week, yesterday, and that his minister never told him.
Brittany Higgins was reportedly sexually assaulted in the Defence Minister's office almost 2 years ago. The Prime Minister said just here that his office was not informed about this until just weeks ago. Is it acceptable that the Defence Minister was aware that a reported serious crime had been committed in her office but did not inform the Prime Minister or his office?
The Prime Minister has the call, Mr Speaker, and it shouldn't happen again.
Amazing, isn't it? The Minister doesn't say, oh, by the way, Prime Minister, a staff member was raped in my office. Says she was raped in my office. No, not even in conversation. But Brittany Higgins says the Prime Minister's private secretary also knew much, much earlier than this week.
Apart from Fiona Brown, has anyone else from the Prime Minister's office been in touch with you over the assault?
Yeah, so I've had Euron Finkelstein sort of broadly in proximity around it during the actual week after the event.
Who is Euron Finkelstein?
He is the Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister, I think is his official title, but essentially he's sort of just like the fixer. He fixes problems, not just people but other issues, but he's the fixer.
Did you hear from Euron Finkelstein after that initial period?
I did. It was just like a strange sort of check-in essentially, but those happen to me kind of pretty regularly.
In fact, Higgins says 3 senior staff from Morrison's office knew of the rape a couple of years ago. But Morrison says no, his office staff only knew last week that it was rape that was alleged. But here is where Labor used Morrison's own words against him.
Previously, the Prime Minister has said victims of sexual assault should be believed. Why doesn't that apply in this case?
The member for Sydney's time has concluded. The Prime Minister has the call.
Mr Speaker, I can only inform the House of the information that I know that I've been advised of, and the information that I've been advised of is that my office became aware of the allegations of a sexual assault on the 12th of February of 2021.
See, this is why I hate allegations like this being made part of the political brawl before they're properly investigated. Because allegations in this heated public arena, they become truths. So you can't question them, you barely dare check them. Always believe the victims, we're told, which I don't think is correct. I mean, I have this particular accuser has got a lot of credibility, I think, but even so, we can't not be sceptical. But there it is, believe the victims or you'll be damned as heartless, a defender of rapists. Defend them even if memories differ and facts differ. Well, the Prime Minister once went along with all that and now it's caught up with him. And today Minister Reynolds was forced into a humiliating apology.
I unreservedly apologise to Brittany Higgins. Listening to Brittany describe the depression and the trauma she experienced in that subsequent time, it is very, very clear to me that more could and should have been done to support her.
Question is, who else will soon be saying sorry?